All right, Vincent. I brought you onto this, man, because I really wanted to know what are like the main things that you do from like start to finish, and when you like lab the game, like in terms of like character matchups or like your own character itself.
So what I do is this is a perspective I have on it, right? When it comes to labbing, and just the game in general, it's a very like problem and answer oriented game. So you have to go through a lot of trial and error first to know what you need to lab against, right? You can't just randomly lab stuff. You could, but it's going to be more effective if you go out, play some matches with people, see what's problematic, and then go back to the lab and test it out and see what you can do against it. Um, in terms of, let's say you want to learn a matchup against your character, find some kind of sparring partner, find someone online that you can do constant sets with. Just feel it out, play a few games, see how it goes. If you notice something that's giving you trouble, yeah, go back to the lab and simulate that situation. Generally, when you're testing something out, there's about 4 or 5 different things you can do to test something out. Let's say you want to get out of a string, right? So, let's say the first thing you can do is you can try to GI it or maybe reversal edge it, right? So that's a sort of defensive option. You got to see, is that string a high or is it a mid or low? So you have to duck or not duck. Can you sidestep this string? Can you attack to interrupt this string? And can you uh, can you soul charge to get out of the string? That's right. I think that's mostly a lot of the things that you can try to do to figure out what you need to do against certain situations. Um, if you, another way to do it actually too is if you want to learn how a character works, just try the character yourself. What I do is whenever I want to learn a character and figure out how a player thinks when they're fighting against me, I'll just like hop onto ranked, I'll hop online and I'll play like a bunch with that character, get into the mindset. Because eventually you're gonna run into situations where you'll ask yourself, since you're new to the character, like, what do I do here? What are my combos? How do I get them off the ground? What's the best Oki? And things like that. So those things will naturally prompt you to figure out what the answer is via labbing or continuously playing. Ideally, what the goal should be is that you reach a point where nearly every situation you face is a simulation of something you've previously labbed. So those would be my tips for someone who wants to like lab and test and train. Um, when it comes to like learning a new character and stuff, uh, the easiest way is to look up the frame data. Super important. If you're like new or even an experienced player, frame data is, I feel like it's essential if you want to like get better and quickly. So of course learn your notations and stuff first if you don't know that. But once you look up the frame data for your character and understand how that works, it'll teach you how to play the neutral and it'll show you what moves you want to be using like really fast, really fast. Like for example, you figure out a move is like, neutral or plus, that's obviously a move that you're probably going to want to be using a lot in your kit. Whereas you see a move that's like, I don't know, minus 16 and above, you're probably like, oh, I don't want to use that too often or in very few situations, if at all, right? So that's another thing. And watching top players who use the character that you want to learn helps a lot. Because I personally feel like the people that are going to know best about the character are going to be the people that main and put in all their time with the character. There's going to be certain things that only they're going to know because they main the character versus someone who, let's say, like secondaries it. So find someone who like is dedicated to the character you want to learn. Watch their style, maybe pick up some things from them, and then you can add your own things to it to make it like your own type of style of the character, right? So those are the things that I wanted to bring up for new players.
All right, Vincent. Thank you so much for that, bro. If anything, everybody could find you at where can people even find you at if they want to look you up, bro?
You can just catch me on Twitter. My handle is the same as my tag, which is LP Vinson. I am on PS4 and Xbox. So if you ever wanted to get games with me, technically, I guess I could be on PC too if you know, I come over to your house and play them. But yeah, just if you ever want matches with me, just message me and hit me up. Let me know what platform you're on, and we can get something going.
All right, guys. That's LP Vinson's tip of the day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, guys.